Hello, this is Thomas, K4SWL. If you're new here, I like to do real-time, real-life amateur radio field activations, and today I'm doing one right as the sun is setting. I've been doing a lot of these lately, it seems. And I'm out here at the Blue Ridge Parkway with Hazel. How are you doing, Hazel? Yeah, she's looking for squirrels like she always does here. That's what her... If she's not sleeping or eating, she's looking for squirrels. It's New Year's Day. 2023, January 1st. I try to do an activation on New Year's Day every year. In fact, I try to do one on New Year's Eve when I can as well, but that just didn't work out this time. Today we had some activities going on at our house, and I wasn't able to come out a little earlier, which was fine because it's actually really, really pleasant weather. It's like golden hour right now. It's really pretty out here. The weather is actually really reasonable. We had gone through a period of some pretty cold temperatures down to like -6 Fahrenheit. What's that? Maybe -18 or so Celsius. I can't remember. And I have not, this is actually my first activation in probably 3 weeks. We have been so busy with activities. I've been helping out some family friends with some things that are going on. And I just haven't had a chance to do any activations, and I've been missing my radiotherapy, and that's what I'm going to fit in today right now. And I hope to do a lot more activations here in the coming weeks. Frankly, I've got a massive backlog of activation videos and field reports and things that I've yet to post, and I'm sure that probably this New Year's Day post will be, you're probably looking at this sometime in February. But I thought today I would do kind of a fun pairing I haven't done before. And I brought out the Chelegant's MC750, which is a vertical antenna that I am becoming very, very fond of. This antenna is basically a multi-band vertical, and it's a lot like the Chameleon Impasse Light. And if you know me, I'm a really, really big fan of that antenna. Still am, always will be. I love that antenna. The MC750 doesn't have quite the frequency range of the Impasse Light, but it does have all of the major bands I use from 40 meters up. And the really cool thing about it is it's almost kind of like an Impasse Light, and kind of like one of the resonant verticals, like a Wolf River coils, except there's no coil to move. This is basically an antenna that can be set up to be resonant anywhere from 40 meters up. I think maybe up to 10 meters. And it's a really, really clever design. I've featured this in previous videos, and I'm sure that there will be a link here to somewhere here on YouTube. Maybe I can stick one up here if I can remember to do it, to a playlist of where I've used this particular antenna. Up to this point, I actually haven't tried to use it as a resonant antenna, but today I'm using a radio that does not have a built-in ATU, and so I thought, let's just make it resonant. And it's actually really easy to do, like really simple. Really, really simple. So when Jesse designed this, and Jesse, I'm sorry, I can't remember your call sign now, he actually put, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this on here or not, he put markings for the frequency. This right here says, it's too dark, I think, for you to see this, but it says 14 megahertz right here. 7 megahertz is right here. And we're actually starting on 7 megahertz. Now, what you do to set up the antenna is you deploy the telescoping whip. All the extensions above the silkscreen marking go up, and then you have the silkscreen marking be the bottom of this antenna in the bottom segment. It's hard to describe, but basically you just extend the antenna until you come to this silk screening part and you leave it there. Then you test your radio to see if you have a good SWR on it. If not, you can tweak it by raising it or lowering it. Now, it's interesting, at my house the other day, just for fun, because I was getting a little cabin fever, I went outside and set this up for 40 meters, 30, 20, 17, and 15, I believe. And I was able to get it resonant very easily. In fact, it was almost always right on the mark of where he put the silkscreen on the antenna. Just super, super easy to do. With 7 megahertz, so 40 meters, you have to use this little 40 meter coil. And with 30 meters too, you need to use this coil. Very easy to implement. Now, the only negative part is if you're moving from 40 meters to, say, 20 meters, then you'll have to lower this down and pull that coil off. Now, I've actually got it to tune I believe, on 20 meters using the coil too, but I think it's probably way more efficient if I just take that off, because I think it's probably more what it was designed to do. It's a great antenna. I really love it. It has 4 counterpoise wires. I just put them out like in a big X shape on the ground. I've also got like a 45-foot RG178. Is it 178? I was thinking 174 or 178. This really thin stuff. It's like RG316, but it gets a little bit more memory in it and stuff like that. I prefer RG316, but for these long lengths of wire, this is just a more affordable option. Yeah, so for radio, let me tell you what I've got here. Someone's moved in on my frequency. I set this up now. I didn't try to do all this on camera because frankly I'm in a hurry. As you can see, it's getting dark, and I've already set up my lamp knowing I'll probably need to use this. I have not brought this particular radio to the field before. It looks like one I've used. This is Yaesu FT-817ND. This is my second 817MD. I've got 2 of them. And the reason I have 2 is because I got this for such a great deal, and I'm planning to use it for full duplex satellite work, where you need 2 FT-817s. So I've got my other FT-817 and this FT-817. When I bought this, it didn't have any filters in it or anything, and I thought, oh, I don't need a filter for it. I'll be using this for satellite work, so I don't need a CW filter. And as I've mentioned before, it's difficult to get the Collins mechanical filters that fit in these. Then I posted something a few months ago about how you can make your own, assemble your own CW filter for the 817 and 818 by buying the Collins filter off of usually sellers in Japan on eBay. Buy the filter and then buy the filter board that's designed by a ham radio operator in Poland, and Artur, I think it's Artur, who makes those. And all you do is you get it, and it has 3 solder points on it. You solder the little filter on top of the board, and then you open this up and put the filter in. So I decided to go ahead and do that because I could do it for like, I think $106, which is way cheaper than trying to buy the Collins filter. And so now I've got a CW filter in this one as well. And when I did that, I thought, well, you know, I think I'd like to try a different type of frame with this one. And if you read my article about how, you know, what I really love about the FT-817 and FT-818, is that there's so many third-party frames and supplies and things that you can get for these. And I really like this one. And I first learned about it through Gaston, the guy, the Tech Prepper, I think is his name of his channel. Gaston's a great guy. And when I saw this pack frame, I'd seen it before, and I can't remember if it was at a Hamfest or at Hamvention or something. I think I'd seen this before. And when I saw him use it and deploy it, I thought, you know, I don't know if this is really made for me because I tend to do tabletop stuff or it's on my backpack. But I thought it'd be kind of fun to experiment with one of these pack frames and maybe make like a really rapid deployment radio system out of it. And that's my project this year, is to make one of those. I'm not there yet. Thankfully, I had written this in on a post, I don't know, back in September or October. One of my readers reached out to me and said, hey, Thomas, I actually have one of these TPA pack frames. This is the TPA-817 made by Armoloq. And he said, I've got one with some of the fittings, and if you want it, I'll sell it to you. And he did, and he sold it to me for a much better deal than if I bought it new. And so I bought it from him, and then I bought some of the extra fittings from Armoloq separately. And I've yet to do everything I want to do with this radio. I've just had other things going on. But I thought today it'd be kind of fun to take this out and use it. Also, so this is one of the little, what does he call these? One of the little extensions that you can put on here. And this is for CW operators. So this goes back to the CW paddle, so you can plug in your paddle at the front of the radio. This one's blank right now. I actually have several more fittings. And what I actually plan to do is remove this one, put the CW paddle thing on top, and then I'm going to put another mount up here for doing a vertical antenna directly on the pack frame, sort of like a man pack. But I don't know if I'll ever use it as a man pack, but I want to see what that's like. I want to try to use it, maybe combine it with a little compromised antenna and just see how well it works. So this is my first time actually ever using this radio in the field, this particular 817ND model. And it's using my little homemade assembled filter inside. I've also got something else that's new. Let me move my camera around here and set it up so I can show you this. So my buddy Michael, I think it's G4 Papa Oscar Tango, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Michael. I'll correct this in my field report. Always look for my field report and the link below. It's always the first link in the description in the video. Michael sent me this from the UK. He actually sent me a the board for this capacitive touch paddle. And he sent me the board and the heat shrink, and then he gave me a parts list to go to DigiKey and pick up all the rest of the parts. I had this, another buddy of mine, Andy, G7UHN, last year was planning to come to the States. We were going to go do some SOTA activations together, and his trip got canceled on him. And that was going to be in April, and he was going to bring this with him at the time. So Michael had to mail it to me separately, and it just sat there for a while. I went to Canada and he did some other things, and I almost kind of forgot about it. I rediscovered it in September or October. What's that, Hazel? Sorry, Hazel's making some noise. I rediscovered it, and I promised myself she's going to come up here on the table with me. Yeah. Are you getting nervous? Sorry. She's probably seeing a squirrel or a dog or something. So I rediscovered it, and I kind of promised myself that I would build this. And if I'm being transparent, I put off building it because it has 6 surface mount components on it, and I'm just not great. You can't see it. In fact, what I love about this design is my heat shrink hides all of this not so great soldering I did putting those on. But I'm not great with surface mount components. It has 2 capacitors, 2 resistors, and 2 transistors on it. These capacitive touch pads are very easy to install, and it's a genius little build. I think it's just great. And so I put it together, and by golly, it works. And so this is my first time using this, so you'll see how it works. But basically, you just touch the pads, and there's nothing mechanical about it. It's sort of passive electronics, and yeah, let's hope it works for me today. Let me go ahead and I've got to stop talking and really start getting on the air here, but I need to find a clear spot. The bands are busy tonight. I think it's still a lot of people are doing straight key stuff now. 7061. Now I did announce this, so with any luck, I'll get spotted by the reverse beacon network. It's going to be a little awkward. I'm going to try to, oh yeah, that's the other thing. Let's see if I can log on the side with my phone. This may be more than I can possibly do I may have to just do this on paper and transcribe it later. I think it may be more than I can do logging on the side. I'll try. I'll see how busy it is. Okay, hammers. So I already started my hammers session here, and started with the FT-817ND. That's what I put to lock in this so it doesn't forget. Oh, I've got 20 meters. It's going to be on 40 meters. CW, yep. That's my park number, my call. We're ready to go. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I don't know if I can do the logging at the same time holding this key. The one negative with this key is it's super lightweight, and it won't accidentally key by laying it down because it really wants your fingers on there, but I like the keying action on it though, actually. It's very nice. You can see on here I've got like 1 or 2 segments of SWR on there, which means I've probably got like a 1.2 to 1 or something. I can tell you now, I am not going to use this Hammers app this time. It's just going to be too much for me to try to do all at once. I need to take a couple of pictures though, while I'm thinking about it. Here we go. Okay, wait. Okay, so I got an E in there somehow. I'll fix that. I've got to make sure it looks good. Got to make sure it looks good. Since I got to transcribe that later. It's actually pretty handy. I wish I had my here memory. I'm liking this key. People are sending Happy New Year. I am too. Hazel. It's a... Sorry, it's hard for me to think and talk. I thought I heard a Z in there. All right, of course. Boy, the signals are booming in tonight. That sounds like FT-8. I thought I heard N0, did I not? There we go. Oh, there we go. Good to get you in here, Jim. Oh, of course. Come here, Hazel. A lot of going on here. Hazel's getting all... Okay. 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 Wow, Michael, this thing is working better than my regular keys in a lot of ways. Meaning I'm keying better with it. I actually kind of prefer mechanical keys, but... Okay. Okay. Oh, gotcha. The squirrels are barking at Hazel, and I think that's getting her. She's being a little impatient there. These urban activations are much noisier than sirens, cars. Okay, I somehow missed that. I think I heard ZX. Okay, I think I got that right. So you can see this. Okay. Okay, let's see. There we go. Thought I might have heard K8RAT in there, but Was that right? No. Okay, no. Okay, nothing heard. I'll have to move on. Sorry, come back to me if you... It may have faded. May have faded. Yeah, he was there. Good. Okay, I think I got that right. Okay. JCY. Oh, okay. OCY. Okay, got it. Okay, good. Good. Got him. Okay. Oh, I think I know who that is. KHK. See if you can see this. I think that's right. Oh, wait. HZ. It's KG8HZ. Gotcha. I think that's right, yes. That's Joshua. Wow, Joshua. Okay. Was that right? Maybe not. Okay. I know I heard it. No K2 either? Huh. I'll erase these. I need to stop soon. It's getting dark. I gotta go home and get some dinner on the table. Okay, here we go. Okay. I know there was a... Okay. The fans must be shaky today. Oh, okay. Maybe that was who I was hearing. It's K3ES. Good to get you in the logs. Okay, K2YIY. Okay, Eric. And now turn it off before anybody can call me, because I need to go now. It's getting a little dark. You can't even see Hazel over here right now. I tell you what, I'm getting so much use out of this lantern. this time of year, it just gets dark early. And let's look at I'm very, very pleased with this. First of all, let's see if we can see this. Okay, this is going to be hard to see in this light, I think, but maybe you can see the logs. I know it may have been a little challenging when it got dark there. I'll post probably a picture of these logs over in the field report that I put on QRT.com. I've got to say, Michael, man, so I was talking with him today, and he said that these, after he made these, they really became his primary field paddles. And I see why. They're actually very accurate. I prefer a mechanical key in a way, because this one, of course, is really lightweight. You could probably put it in some kind of grip or something like that would hold it, and you could use it like a single lever. There'd be no reason why you couldn't do that. But I think the joy of this is it's just so lightweight. I mean, it's just nothing. It's beautiful. It's a nice little key. And but yeah, I'm keying pretty accurately with it, actually. I think a lot of that, too, has to do with the fact that I do better with a single lever paddle, usually than a double paddle. I like double paddles, but I find that my keying's just maybe a little more accurate when I'm using single lever. But I actually like using double lever because, as with this, I will squeeze to do like a C or an L or a Y or sometimes a Q or something. I don't always do that, but I do it sometimes, and just whenever my brain decides to do it. But I like this, and I love using the FT-817. Really, really do. I'll let you in a little secret. It's probably not a secret by now, actually, by the time this is posted. But, you know, at time of posting this or doing this video, Yaesu only announced last week, so like 3-4 days ago, they announced that they're doing away with the FT-818. It's being discontinued. And I did something. I'd made an impulse purchase. I bought an FT-818ND like immediately after I saw that announcement. The announcement hadn't even been put out for an hour, I don't think. Because in my head, I thought about getting an 818 because I love this radio so much. I thought I'll get an 818, and then I'll replace out my 818. I'll replace out one of my FT-817NDs and then use an 818. And instead, so I've got one with a TXCO in it, and I can put my CW filter in it and everything like that. And then I'll have like an 818 and 817. So I bought that. It's actually sitting at my house right now in the DX Engineering box. I haven't even taken it out yet. Haven't had a chance to do it. And I've already ordered the parts to make a CW filter for it, because I thought, if I'm making one, I might as well make a CW filter for it too. But for a little while, I may have 3 of these radios in the shack. And it's just, I don't know why. It's kind of crazy, really. But I do think I'll probably end up selling one of these or something. I don't know. It's hard for me to let go of these now. I have to admit, they are just such rugged little utilitarian radios. And Yaesu's not going to make them anymore. And frankly, I don't think they would make something to necessarily replace this. It's unique in its market. So for a lot of reasons that I stated in my article about the FT-817-818, it's just a very unique product. And I'm personally I'm not one of the people who would like to see Yaesu make a competitor to the IC705 by Icom. The 705 is an awesome radio, but it's not the kind of radio I take to the field. I don't take it as much to the field because I do love it and I use it, but it's more capable than any other radio I have in terms of features and everything. It's great high performance. It's an awesome radio. But I tend to like field rugged radios and radios that I can throw in my pack and take out and not worry too much. These cost half the price of an ICOM IC705, yet has all of the frequency range. It doesn't do D-Star or anything like that. But it's multi-mode VHF, UHF, just like the IC705 is, and I love this. And you could hear that the receiver in this was handling the pileups pretty nicely. The sound I said before that sounded like an FT8 signal is because so many people were zero beating me, and they were all calling on that zero beat. And you should never do that. I noticed that, let me see if I can find him on here. I think it was KF4 GNV. Maybe, I can't remember, who was a little off frequency, and I'm sure they did that on purpose, and I could hear them through that pileup because they were a little off frequency, and so their tone was different. And that's what you should do when you're hunting. When I hunt, I always do that. If there's a pileup, I go off frequency, maybe 0.05 kilohertz even. Just a little bit can make your tone sound different so people can hear you over that steady zero beat tone that everybody's doing, with their modern radios. So anyway, I had better pack up here. Hazel is probably, see Hazel here, you can see She is ready to go home. Right, Hazel? You ready to go home? You are ready to go home. I've got a little treat for her at home too. So thank you so much for joining me today. Thanks for coming out. It's a beautiful evening. Can't see the stars or anything right now. I can see my dog. That's even better, isn't it, Hazel? Yes. It's time to pack up and head out of here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you get a chance to go out and play radio this week, and maybe even help a fellow ham radio operator who needs a little help getting on the air. If you've got a radio and you've been thinking about getting on the air, just do it. Just hop on the air. Don't worry. It's okay to publicly make mistakes. I do it all the time. I'm used to it. And all the good operators I know do that. If anything, I model my behavior after them, because you're never going to be a perfect operator. Just go out and have fun and enjoy this. To me, this is just the best radiotherapy in the world. So anyway, thanks so much. Be kind to one another. And until next time, 7 3s.